So I live right here in this super nice place called Solin Hall. Often students say it's pretty far away, but it's not. It's just a 5 minutes ride with the metro, and it's just situated a little bit outside of the McGill bubble. So at Solin, I got elected as the VP Environment of the res. So I'm taking charge of basically everything that is related to improve the environmental impact of Solin.
And what is your most recent project, or what? Can you explain the project that we're talking about today?
Yeah, so that's a project that we started at the end of the semester with Jim, the residence life manager, and Howard, who's taking care of Solin here. And basically the idea is to implement two new things here in Solin. So the first one is to install new sprinklers for the faucets in the kitchen. And those faucets basically reduce by 80 to 90% the amount of water waste. The other thing that we really want to implement here at Solin is replacing the analog thermostats by digital thermostats. Analog thermostats basically are very old thermostats, are not very energy efficient. You don't know what temperature is really going to be, and it's simply not energy efficient.
Right.
Replacing them by digital thermostats represent an opportunity to reduce by 10% the energy consumption per year, which is a huge number. Basically, the number that we really need to keep in mind when we think about improving the sustainable aspect of our student res is that 70% of our energy consumption goes towards heating. So if you really want to have an impact, of course you need, everything is very complementary, but you really need to focus on the energy savings that we could do.
Right.
Because most of the energy goes towards the heating. So focus on heating. And so here at Solin, with those analog thermostats, we're losing a lot of energy and a lot of money. And basically with those digital thermostats, we're going to be reducing that energy waste. And then I'm not saying it's a third project because it's very complementary with that idea with digital thermostats. It's basically putting occupancy sensors all around Solin in all apartments. And those occupancy sensors that need the digital thermostats to work would represent a decrease of energy consumption up to 50%. So we could save up to 50% of energy by installing those. Also, I need to emphasize this, I didn't start the project by my own. Since the first day I'm working with student housing and health services, and they've been great in really trying to increase and improve the sustainable aspect of all res here at McGill. And so with them we're trying to see how Solin could benefit from those new systems. What McGill would benefit, how McGill would benefit, first of all, they could, show how sustainable their student res are. First of all, that's very good in terms of image, and I think it's very important for an institution like McGill to be, as sustainable as possible. And also the last thing, how McGill would benefit from it. Reducing the energy consumption will, basically by reducing the energy consumption with those digital and occupancy sensors, basically McGill is going to reduce, the bills at the end of the month, where the need to pay for the electricity. With those, decrease in terms of energy consumption, they're going to decrease the amount of money they have to pay each month to pay the electricity bill. So in the end, McGill will benefit from those. After we created a proposal and we went to URC, where there are many representatives from student housing and health services and different, res representatives. And so we showed that proposal and we asked them for the support. And then they told us that they were really, looking at it and they will come back at us. The other way that we're working on this project is with Antonina Shear. She's, working for student housing and health services, and she's directly working with me to see how we can implement that system here at Solin. What is really good about this new effort is that we can apply it to different res. What is really great, even though it is, this project definitely requires a lot of money, but it has a real impact, and in the end, McGill will benefit from it. You know, we're like working on different projects today that have a real impact, and I think that people should really think big. And once again, I know I really focus a lot about student housing and health services, but they're really great on that. They came to us and they told us, what do you think we could improve in your res? And they told us, think big, you know, even if it's a big amount of money, just think big and tell us what we could really do. And by collaborating directly with McGill and its representatives, we will be able to have a real impact and make our res more sustainable.